your time.
I'm a parent and a member of the PTA and school council at Butler Elementary School. I'm here on behalf of my daughter, my members of the PTA. Sorry, members of the PTA and the council. We have a concern. We understand that our principal, Dr. Slay, she was relieved of her duties, and we understood it to be temporarily. We're not here. I'm not here to try to find out what y'all think, what y'all do, but all we want to know is, will we be getting Dr. Slay back anytime soon? We haven't had any correspondence with anyone to basically let us know. We're at the school every day with our children, either serving in one manner or another. So I need to find out basically, how do we get the answers we need as parents and as a member of that school?
By law, we cannot discuss personnel matters.
I understand.
We hear you, okay?
Okay. We would like to have her back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, I will entertain a motion to go into executive session. All in favor? I'm sorry? For personnel matters, I'm sorry. Yes, okay. All in favor? 900, let's do it.
Welcome to the Chatham County Spotlight, where we talk about all of our facilities, programs, and our different services that we offer in Chatham County. I'm Catherine Glaspie, Public Information Director, and with me is Abby Murphy, my Assistant Director, and Sean Evans, who is my jack of all trades extraordinaire, and Nick Beard, our producer, editor, and everything technical. Today we're at Memorial Stadium. We're going to be talking about the facility here and all the great things that they're now offering. The building behind me, the Holmes Field House, and all that it houses. We're also going to talk about the weightlifting center, which is just adjacent to here. But before we do that, I kind of want to talk about us a little bit. So I asked everybody to bring their favorite mug and talk about that so that we got to know each other a little bit better. So Abby, I'm going to start with you.
Okay, well, my mug says, "Thank you, I'm disengaging." And this is a reference to Meredith Marks from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm a big Bravo nerd, and I love all reality television that Bravo has to offer. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.
And you do like Bravo. And Sean, you like Bravo
I do.
too.
That's a guilty pleasure.
Many a conversation about what's going on in the Bravoverse, yes.
Yes, the Bravoverse.
Bravoverse. Sean, you didn't bring a Bravo mug, but you kind of brought another one for a series that you like.
I did. My aunt and uncle actually gave this to me recently. This is from the fictional town of Schitt's Creek, The Rose Apothecary. Again, just one of my favorite shows of all time. Very well written, and Eugene Levy, gotta love him. So
Yeah, it's a happy place to be when I watch that show. I love it so much. I just crack up so much.
I still walk around the house going, "Bebe, bebe." Nick, you're up next.
I actually brought my favorite mug. It was given to me by one of our assistant county managers. It was given to me by Miss Kramer, Linda Kramer, for a Christmas gift back in 2019, and she took a stab in the dark to guess that I would be a Star Wars fan, and she was correct. So I love my Star Wars mug.
You really
Yes.
do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, nobody can touch my Star Wars mug.
And so I brought one. This is an Apollo 11 mug. This is the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11. My husband and I, every time we go someplace, we get something that is a memory. And so I got this mug, and it turned into more of a memory than I thought it was going to. I'd always heard that my father-in-law worked with NASA through the Navy during this era. And when I was up there the last time in Pennsylvania, I said, Dad, you got to tell me, what did you actually do for NASA while you were in the Navy? And he said, well, I went to the moon twice. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. I know he didn't go to the moon. So what does that mean? He actually tested the simulator for the Apollo missions. And he twice did a 3-4 day mission all the way to the moon and back. And they tested all the equipment in the simulator and all the equipment that was like monitoring their brain waves and their respiratory and heart and all that. At one point in time in between their two missions, they actually had to have the conductors for those hats that they wore sewn into their scalp. So, you know, he was quite dedicated to this. But afterwards, they got to meet with the astronauts, and he met with Gus Grissom and Chafee and White, and they had lunch, and he told them all about the simulator and all the great things and all the pitfalls and everything. And then, you know, within the next year, we lost those astronauts in the tragic Apollo 1 accident. And he still gets all choked up about that. He really thought the world of those guys. So it was a really cool thing that kind of played into my mug. So every time I drink from this mug, I think of my father-in-law and what he did.
That's
so
lovely.
It's really cool.
That is neat.
So, all right, enough about us. That was sappy and enough about us. Now we're on to what we're really here for. We're going to show you some of the wonderful sights and sounds of Memorial Stadium. And when we come back, you guys are going to be talking to Steve Proper, our Director of Parks and Recreation. So stay tuned.
Well, the old facility was built in 1958. That's when they started construction. I think the inaugural season was 1960. And it's just a whole bunch, it's just so different.
Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Sean Evans here with Abby Murphy and our Parks and Recreation Director here in Chatham County, Steve Proper. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
And again, we're on the roughly 6.5 yard line of
Yes.
Memorial Stadium
That's
Field
right.
here in Chatham County, and just in front of the James Holmes Fieldhouse. Beautiful facility, opened up in the fall of 2018.
Correct.
You said brand new facility.
Yes.
And light years ahead of what was
Right,
previously here. Can you talk about what this one offers that the old facility didn't?
Okay, well, the old facility was built in 1958. That's when they started construction. I think the inaugural season was 1960. And it's just a whole bunch, it's just so different. We have high-tech lighting, where when we, the 2017 season, these lights were going off.
I remember
Right
you
in the
saying
middle of
that-
the game.
Well, I remember you said the bulbs were quite expensive too. 'Cause
It was very expensive
older technology.
because it's older technology, and we had to ship and find these the old technology to put the lights back in. But we were in the middle of the game one time; they just shut off,
Oh.
and that's not good.
That'll make things.
Not for a night game.
That's
That'd be a
not
little
good.
tricky.
So it's that, the sound system, everything is just so much better. The only thing that's a little bit different is that the old stadium had a capacity of 8,500. This one has 5,000. We went over 10 years of ticket sales here, and we never even came close to 8,500 in those 10 years. So we knew that we were going to that we didn't need that. And then you know, one of the schools we host public schools, and then we host BC and a couple of private schools.
Right.
BC usually Benedictine Military School usually brings in more people, and I heard from them that, you know, this wasn't going to hold them, but we have not sold out yet.
Okay.
We've been close.
Throwing down the gauntlet.
We've
Let's see
been
if you can do it
close,
next
but
season,
we have
BC.
not sold out yet.
Very good. Very good.
Well, and you were speaking of schools renting out the facility for games. Obviously, you have football here, but what are some other sports that occur here and some other events that happen?
Okay, mainly it's soccer and lacrosse. Soccer, we have St. Vincent's Academy. They play here regularly. We have some high schools that play, some public high schools that play here regularly. We just signed a contract with the Savannah Clovers, which is a
new pro soccer team.
Professional soccer team, which we're going to be playing the first game this Saturday.
Oh, awesome.
So we have that, and we also, with lacrosse, we've had the local lacrosse teams play here, but I'm really proud. 2 years ago, we had, I think it was 2021, we hosted the NAIA
I remember that.
college
Yes.
championships from the nation, boys, men and women. And that was great. We had people here from Montana, California, Vermont. We have them all over the place, all over the country. So I'm really proud of that. And also, we've had graduations here during the pandemic. We had SCAD had a huge graduation here.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And oh yeah, they had ramps going down off the stage, and it was pretty cool.
I'm sure it was, because any event I've seen SCAD put on, there's always some really amazing
It was
things
very
on it.
cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
when you're talking about the versatility then of the facility, not only is it for sports and sporting events, things like that, but we also have public space here behind us in the field house. There's actually a room up top that folks can rent out, right?
Yes. The capacity of the meeting room is 80 sit down, 80 people sit down. But it's a real nice facility. You have a veranda that overlooks it, which is real nice.
It's a beautiful view.
And then
of
you
the
have
field.
a beautiful view. I've been in meetings in there, and it's hard to focus on the meeting because I'm such a sports guy. I love looking at it. Even though I see this every day, I still kind of glance out over it.
Yeah.
So, and I see other people in the meeting that's not used to it that does the same.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it's a great place to meet.
Well, and really quick here, Steve, how do people find out about that space, its availability, and how do they book it?
Yeah, they call my office and they book it from there.
Okay, very good. And we'll have that information up on the...
We'll flash that number up there for
Yes,
everybody.
we will. Thank you. Your lower third. Well, thank you so much, Steve, for being here with us and detailing a little bit about the facility, this wonderful stadium and all that it offers.
Thank you.
All right. Well, now we want to toss to our Catherine Glaspie. She's going to talk about another facility that's just across the parking lot from where we are right now.
Thank you, Sean. And right behind me over here, just beyond the playground, is the Anderson Cohen Weightlifting Center. It has been the home of Team Savannah and now hosts a lot of our mobility programs for weightlifting and getting our community stronger. So Robert has a package that he will be sharing with us. So Robert Katniss, take us away.
If you thought the Anderson Cohen Weightlifting Center was just a gym, think again.
There's coaches here that can work with you on the different goals that you might have. And then there's a lot of different programs that come out of this building that serve a lot of different populations.
Rebecca Hayward is the lead instructor for the Movement Disorders program.
The quality of life improved in so many people.
This class is called Get Excited and Move, and Rebecca was having folks do exactly that.
And we have people who have Parkinson's, we have people who don't have Parkinson's, we have people who just maybe have had strokes, have had heart issues, and want to move better. And that's what we do. We just give them the confidence to move better.
It's that confidence that fuels the success of the Abilities Unlimited program. Jim Chaplin is the director of floor operations at the center and explains what differentiates Anderson Cohen from other gyms.
Because a lot of our guys are in wheelchairs. So you go to 24-hour fitness or some of the other gyms, you don't have an area where you can walk a wheelchair up into and still be able to do the exercises.
But it goes beyond specialized equipment.
You get so much more here because of the relationships that trainer and client build over years instead of weeks.
Sherry Schwartz wasn't always able to walk.
Amazing things can be done here.
After her surgery to remove a brain tumor, Sherry developed stroke-like symptoms. Not being able to walk and having limited use of her left side, Sherry was devastated. That is, until she started working with Jim.
You work hard yourself to get better, and they help you get where you need to be.
And whether you're an experienced lifter or on the road to recovery, the Anderson Cohen Weightlifting Center offers something for everyone. And yes, maybe even you.
You're not supposed to do it like anybody else. You're supposed to do it the way your body does it. And we keep improving every single time you come in. Just try.
If you would like more information on any other county services, visit chathamcountyga.gov. Reporting for the Chatham County Public Information Office, Robert Katniss.
Thank you, Robert, for that wonderful package about the Anderson Cohen Weightlifting Center and all that they do there. With me now is Holly Holdsworth. She is our Deputy Director of Parks and Recs. And the Weightlifting Center falls kind of under your supervision. Tell us a little bit more about the Weightlifting Center and what they're doing there, the different programs.
Absolutely, yeah. I've got oversight for that facility, and there's a lot of different things that happen there that I think most people may not know about. But as you saw, we service folks that come in with different types of movement disorders in group classes, and then we also have individualized therapeutic exercise program through the Abilities Unlimited program. But it's also a gym open to anyone, and so you can pay a monthly fee or a daily fee and come in and utilize the equipment. And you don't have to just be a weightlifter. There's cardio equipment and other free weights that people can utilize, and there's trainers on site that can assist if you've got questions related to use of any of the equipment.
And so if somebody wanted to come in and have a more specialized program or be a part of Mobilities Unlimited, how do they go about actually getting enrolled in that program?
Yeah, absolutely. So Abilities Unlimited, if you actually are seeking specific exercise program for an injury or something else related to your health, then you speak with that staff and they work with you on individualizing a program for you. If you are looking to just come in and a lot of people utilize weightlifting and other types of training for other sports that they perform. And so if you come in and you are a tennis player or a golfer, but you're wanting to kind of expand your skill set in that, the staff can kind of work with you on some plans. We do work with a lot of the sports teams in the area, so we've got some swimmers and some football players and other folks that come in and utilize the facility. So it serves youth and regular age folks all the way up to older folks.
And you just took the next question out of my mouth there, because I was going to say it's not just a specific age group.
Correct.
It's anywhere from high school athletes up through somebody who may be elderly and have some more challenges. Maybe they've suffered a stroke or they have Parkinson's, something like that. So it really does kind of fit everybody.
Yeah, it bridges the gap. I think it's great to go in there because you can see anything from older folks or folks that have those movement disorders to regular age folks lifting really heavy weights, and it's kind of impressive to watch. And then you can see, middle and high school youth that are working out as part of their program for the sport that they do. And then after school, a lot of times you go in there and you'll see some younger kids in there that are starting to train and lift weights. So it's definitely a real good visual of all ages, and that intergenerational kind of programming is neat to have in that place.
It's such a great opportunity for residents of Chatham County. I mean, I don't ever hear about a weightlifting center at any other county that I talk to people that are my counterparts. I mean, this is kind of unique to us.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think there is any. We've kind of looked to see what other models exist that are similar to this, and you can find some that may relate to boxing, I've seen, or just some other general kind of gym facilities. But to have the knowledge base in that facility that have expertise in in all aspects of physical health is definitely unique and an interesting part of something that we can offer to county citizens and visitors.
And, you know, I grew up here, so I've always heard about the Cohens, both Howard and Michael. Michael is actually my high school PE teacher.
There you go.
So, you know, I've always heard about them, but I'd never heard of Paul Anderson before until the package that Robert he did, and we're going to show in just a minute, where he kind of tells the story of how this center came into being and who Paul Anderson is and who Howard Cohen is. And you know, when I watched it the first time, it made me cry, because it just pulls at the heartstrings. And to see that Howard still trains here.
He does, yeah. You can come in and lift weights right beside him. You can do pull-ups right beside him, and I wouldn't try and do it, because it's impressive to watch, and you can see him with his grandson sometimes training side by side, and it's just yeah, it's a really great story, and quite the legacy that family has that you know, we're glad to be a part of.
Well, Holly, thank you for being here with us today, and let's take a look at that legacy. Here's Robert Katniss with the story of Howard Cohen.
Every barbell and every plate are keys that unlock hundreds of stories.
I have been involved with weightlifting since I was a teenager.
Howard Cohen's passion for training began in 1952 after serving 2 years in the Korean War. When I sat down with him, he told me when he came back home to Savannah after being discharged, there was something missing.
Savannah, I never heard of a gym. When I got out of service, I opened up a gym in Savannah, the first one in Savannah, first one called Howard's Gym.
His passion has paid off with a lifetime of achievements, from multinational and world masters championships to his induction to the USA Weightlifting Hall of Fame. But his friendship with Georgia strongman Paul Anderson is a memory he also cherishes.
I had the honor of coaching him in his first competition ever. We became very good friends after that.
Howard got quite the surprise when he convinced the county commissioners of the need for a first-class weightlifting center when they agreed, and at the unveiling ceremony,
I saw that they had named it after Paul and myself, so that was...
How'd that make you feel?
Oh, just very much excited.
Howard's coaching career continued, and he helped his son Michael attain Olympic gold in China at the alternate games, all due to the boycott of the 1980 Summer Olympics.
And it was down to the last lift, and he made the lift and won the gold medal. They asked him who his coach was, and he said, "My coach is my father, Howard Cohen."
Michael was a world-class lifter in his own right and an Olympic Coach of the Year in 1998 and 99. He also founded Team Savannah Weightlifting, which calls Anderson Cohen home. Today, past and present champion achievements decorate the walls of the center. Howard says you don't need to be an Olympic hopeful to reap the benefits of the facility.
It's really for everybody, although you have to put in some work, you know.
And at 89 years young, Howard still trains 3 times a week and is even prepping for an upcoming competition. As for why he still trains,
I enjoy it. It makes me feel better, and I hope it makes me look better.
if you would like more information about the Anderson Cohen Weightlifting Center or any other county service, visit chathamcountyga.gov. Reporting for the Chatham County Public Information Office, Robert Katniss.
Abby, this is actually my favorite section of the Chatham Spotlight. We get to go to the animal shelter.
Yes.
And that's super exciting. I don't think a lot of people even know that Chatham County has an animal shelter. They know that we have animal services, but they don't realize that they can adopt a pet from our shelter.
They absolutely can, and when you adopt a pet from animal services, that pet has been heartworm tested, has had their age-appropriate vaccinations, has been spayed or neutered, and I know I'm forgetting something else with cats or something specific.
Cats, they have a feline leukemia and FIV test as well. as well as like dogs have heartworm.
Yeah.
So all that for very low cost.
It is.
So I think dogs are 75 and cats are 10.
And there's often specials going on too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
They
around
try
the
to
year.
do something every month where
Mhm.
they have a special. But I'm really excited. We get to go play with a dog.
Yeah, it's tough work.
It is.
But I think we're up for it.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Hi, we're here at Animal Services where we get to play with something fun and adoptable, Abby.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I
I can't
am
wait
too.
to meet the cute little pups around here.
I know, and kitties.
Yes.
You know, I'm the crazy cat lady, so, but I have dogs too, and I love them.
Yes.
We are going to go inside and meet with Courtney Stackhouse. She is the animal adoption coordinator, and she's going to show us some puppies.
Yes, I'm excited.
All right, let's go. All right, we're here with Courtney Stackhouse, the
Hello.
adoptions coordinator, and Moxie the kitty.
Yes, indeed.
Courtney, tell us a little bit about Moxie.
Well, Moxie is a senior kitty, and she's currently available for adoption. She was surrendered by her owner, who wasn't sure if they could take care of her medical needs as she was getting older. We checked her out. She seems in really good health. She's very, very friendly, loves pets, and very explorative. She found this little hole over here earlier, and she's having a good time.
She was so super chatty when I walked into the cat room.
She chats until you can like actually pick her up and interact with her.
Oh,
So she's
yeah.
usually just asking for
Aw,
attention. As you can
she's
see,
so nice.
she loves it. She just like hangs out and gets all the pets she can.
Most of the time when I pick up a cat out of the cat room, they're a little bit afraid and everything. She just hopped right in my arms. She was
she's
good.
very bold, and she was absolutely not worried about moving here. She was like,
Yeah.
oh, new people, sure.
Exactly. She would make an amazing pet for anybody
Absolutely.
who wanted one.
She's very confident, very, very friendly. Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to meet Moxie, how do they go about doing that?
Well, they'll just walk into the adoption center during our open hours, just like you guys did, which is 1 to 4:30 every day except Wednesday. We're only closed on Wednesday. It's our admin day, teaching day. But other than that, anytime between 1 and 4:30, you could walk in. You'll go up to the front desk and say, hey, I'd like to see what cats you have to adopt. And someone will bring you in the room. You can peek around and maybe peek at Moxie. You'll go into a visiting room like this. You can bring your whole family if you want to. Well, depending on the size, I think probably 5 is about as many as we could put in here comfortably with the animal. But, you know, we want everyone to meet the animal before they make the decision. So we have spaces like this so people can sit down and hang out, make sure that you're getting the right fit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you come to the animal shelter and Moxie has gone to her forever home, there's going to be other animals for you to adopt and to look at.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid of that. But we encourage everybody to do that. For your April event, you guys have a really cool way of doing adoption and adoption fees. Tell us a little bit about that.
Indeed. We're reprising last April. We also did our egg extravaganza is what we call it, an adoption egg extravaganza. You get to pick the price of your new pet out of a bunch of, like dozens of eggs. So there's all sorts of prices. Obviously the grand prize is a free adoption, and there are a couple of those in there too. So when you first come in, you'll see a little basket of eggs. So you would be picking your price from amongst those eggs, and then they will all be discounted. None are full price during our event. It's from Sunday, the 9th, Easter, until the 22nd. So you got 2 weeks to come in and pick out your price.
All right. And adoptions are not real expensive to begin with?
They aren't. For cats, it's only $10. For dogs, it's $70. So you can get some pretty good discounts, on dogs. But for cats, you're looking more at like $5 or free.
Okay. All right.
Miss Moxie, she's doing great on camera. Look at you.
Is.
You're a star.
Thank you, Miss Moxie.
Yeah.
She's a beauty.
I hope you get your forever home soon.
Absolutely.
She's beautiful.
Well, guys, we're at the end of our first Chatham Spotlight show, inaugural show.
Inaugural show.
Congratulations to us.
Congrats, everybody.
Sure.
Woo!
Congratulations.
That was a good one.
Hey, we made
And to
it.
Nick. You know, I think this is going to be a fun show that we're going to do over the next couple months and hopefully into the next year. Next time, we're going to be at Henderson Golf Course.
That's the plan.
Get my putt on.
Somebody's going to let me play with a golf cart. That could be dangerous. They're not going to let me have a golf ball or a putter
That's
because,
fair.
you know,
That's fair.
I might hurt myself or y'all. We'll end up in the emergency room. So I'm kind of the klutz.
It'll be fun.
It will be fun. So also, while we're in that show, we're going to be talking to Nathan Benson and Lee Harold.
Yes.
And you're covering an event for them like right in the week before.
Yep, that's actually happening right behind us here. The James Holmes Field House, the public room up there, public meeting room. It's going to be honoring lifesavers, our county employees who have actually saved a life while on the job. So it'll be a really cool segment to where we get to highlight our Team Chatham members that have gone above and beyond to help their fellow team member.
Absolutely, that's absolutely amazing. And you and I will be back with another adoptable pet.
Oh, yes.
And that's really exciting to do something like that. And we'll have some of our other colleagues with us. Sally Jackson has been on vacation. Robert is also not here on set with us today. He's doing something else. So we should have a full crew. So we're very excited. So see us again next time on the Chatham County Spotlight.
See ya.
Safe. Made it.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Not a bad drive to the office.
Yeah. Welcome to another Chatham County Spotlight on beautiful Henderson Golf Course. It's a beautiful day. There's some wildlife out here. We got to have an encounter with a bird. There's at least 3 alligators.
At least 3 alligators that we've spotted so far today.
We're not going to play with them though. I think that would be a bad idea.
Would be. Never a dull moment.
Never. You know, never. We always say we like wildlife in our office, but we're going to skip the alligators.
We'll draw the line there.
Yeah. We are your PIO team. I'm Catherine. This is Abby, Sally, and Sean. We're going to be with you for the next 20 minutes or so. We're going to be talking about this beautiful golf course. This is a great day, guys.
It is perfect.
It's just absolutely awesome out here. I can see why people want to golf.
Yep. Especially on these grounds.
Yeah. And then we're gonna talk to Nathan Benson and Lee Harold. You guys got the are gonna get the opportunity to talk to them about the Lifesaver Awards that we just held, where we got to honor what
32.
about 32 people.
32. Wow.
That's awesome.
For taking actions in either in the office or in the community to save others. So,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's a big highlight for Team Chatham.
It is very much so.
It was impressive.
Yeah, I can imagine so. So, you know, usually we're stuck in the office, and today we get out, and I asked you guys to bring something to kind of further our mission of getting to know each other a little bit better, but also having our audience get to know us. So I asked you all to bring something from your office to this really cool golf course to talk about. So, Sean, I'm going to start with you. What you got?
Well, I've got Sir Lewis Hamilton. He is a Formula One driver for a Team Mercedes. One of my best friends got me this, knowing that I am a huge F1 fan. So this sits in my office to remind me that at some point I have to get to a race. I have never been to one. I've watched countless on TV. But yes, that's our goal here within the next year, is to make it to an F1 race. So this is my
pretty awesome.
get there. So yeah, and I'm going to take this with me to the first race and see if I can get him to sign it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very cool. Very,
yeah,
very
lofty
cool.
goals, lofty goals. So yeah.
Well, you know, I'm with you. If it's got 4 wheels and it can drive fast, I'm gonna go watch it race.
Absolutely, 200 miles an hour plus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've been enjoying
And
these
we let
golf
him
carts,
drive?
which aren't
We
very
let him
fast.
drive the golf cart?
Yeah.
Hey.
I did all right. I did all right.
Yeah.
All made it in alive.
Hey, it was my first time driving. So.
Yeah, and she did good. She didn't dump me out or anything.
Yeah.
Good job.
Tell us about yours.
Okay, mine comes with a sound, a noise effect, which